Good morning. Time is 9:13. I'm first warning meteorologist Vanessa Vidente. We declare our first warning weather day at least until the next 2 hours because we're tracking lots of showers and thunderstorms out there ahead of this cold front and just very active warnings right now in Palm Beach County. So we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, one that just been issued for Jupiter Farms down into Boynton Beach area, just extending out west. So this thunderstorm right over here will be spreading across northern Palm Beach County probably in the next 15 minutes or so. So we just want to give you a heads up. We're tracking these heavy rains west of the Acreage area, Westlake and Loxahatchee. That will be heading towards your area and just north of Wellington, Palm Beach Gardens, and up towards Jupiter Farms very shortly. And this thunderstorm is producing those strong wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, and it is moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So moving very quickly. It will be heading towards the northern Palm Beach County area in the next 20 minutes or so. The line of showers and thunderstorms will continue to push towards the Palm Beaches for the next hour, and then the severe weather threat will start to diminish very shortly, probably in the next 2 hours or so, and even down into
tornado warning, Martin County.
All right, so we do have a tornado warning in Martin County just in right now. Let me pull that up for you.
Okay.
So we're tracking a couple of, here it is. So we had a tornado warning has been issued from the National Weather Service. Now we have a tornado warning in Jensen Beach down into Ocean Breeze Park, North River Shores, Stewart area, and Palm City area, just east of I-95, the Turnpike area. Again, we're seeing some rotation in this area, so I'm going to pull up the velocity in just a second over here. Let's see. So we have the tornado warning in effect until 9:30 in the morning, so in the next 15 minutes. So let's see.
Stewart area here, Stewart, and
yeah, Palm City, Stewart area, right along Ocean Boulevard. We're seeing lots of shear as well. Let me pull up the. We're not seeing a lot of rotation just yet, unless right along North River Shores. Are you seeing any rotation in your graphic?
yeah, let me switch over
Let's
to
switch
you.
it over.
Let me switch over to you real quick, and I'll bring it up
mine.
on there for you if you want, because I'm just seeing it's a yeah, right there at this one here. Here we go, right there, and then here.
Yeah, this is happening right now, so just bear with us. We're trying to get the graphics going.
We can take Barron 8 if you want to, real quick. We can take that, and then I can show it to you real quick on here. If we have, there we go. So right in here, this is where we're looking. I want to show everybody quickly while Vanessa resets her computer there. Lighthouse Point and around Stewart and North River Shores. I'm going to circle this for you so you can see exactly where we're talking about. Right in here, and look at that jump. So now over to Rio and Palm Lake Park and Snug Harbor. This is some rotation here in this thunderstorm. This thunderstorm, let me click on this tornado warning until 9:30 for this storm heading across Martin County. What you'll notice with these warnings over the past couple of days is they're very short. It's 9:17. This warning expires at 9:30, and because the reason it expires so quickly is because the storm will be offshore by then, and the area of concern will be offshore by then. But this is the area we're watching. I'm going to zoom down into it for you so I can show you where you need to be in your safe room or safest room in the house right now. If you're in Rio or along Northeast Dixie Highway or Northeast Alice Street or around Northwest Baker Road, in this part of our viewing area, near North River Shores, North Fork Road along Federal Highway there, US 1, and over towards Snug Harbor, and down here by Southeast Ocean Boulevard and Stewart, and all the way down here, if you're anywhere around Camden Avenue, Flagler Avenue, Southeast 5th Street, all of these areas. This is a pretty broad area of rotation, and you have 2 things going on here. You have winds that are moving toward the radar site this way, and you have winds that are moving away from the radar site this way, and that's where you get that rotation moving around, and that's what a signature that we've seen very clearly for the past couple of days. Saw it clearly yesterday in Palm Beach Gardens, and we're seeing some rotation like that again here. Now this is a little less maybe than Palm Beach Gardens yesterday, but it still could be a brief tornado moving over toward Ocean Breeze Park. And this is a fast moving thunderstorm, my goodness. This thing is probably moving at about 45 miles per hour over to the east and northeast. So you can imagine if you're in your car and you're driving, the whole thunderstorm is moving as quickly as you could drive about 45 miles per hour over to the east. Let's zoom in. I can't say this enough. When we get down to the street level here, Northeast Olive Street, Northeast 14th Court, Northeast Glass Drive. This is where we're seeing the center of the rotation between these two opposing areas of wind around Ocean Breeze Park. And let me draw a quick track for you so you know where it's moving next. It seems to be moving more of an east-northeast direction, and I'll put the timing on there. Let's see if we can, oh, we're not going to get, it's not going to give us that. So Waveland in 13 minutes, I think that's a little bit short. Let's put this in here, and it's moving at 45 miles per hour. There. So Waveland right now, and there's not a lot going on just to the east of that. I mean, there are some smaller communities. Say again,
we have
Vanessa?
2 tornado warnings now.
Two
So we
tornado
have the
warnings.
one now has been issued for southeast of Belle Glade. That's just the new one that just came in right now. I was actually looking at the velocity in that area, and they just issued it. If we switch to Barron 7 really quickly, just to show you where that tornado warn area is at, is actually located in Browns Farm, right along US 27, excuse me, and you can see the rotation really clearly here in our Doppler winds. The greens and the reds meeting together. We're seeing some high wind shear. Again, this is right along US 27, south of 6 Mile Bend, southeast of Belle Glade. So this is actually going to be entering an area that is low populated, but if it continues to hold just southwest of Wellington, the 20 Mile Bend, you guys could be seeing this thunderstorm really quickly, and we've been talking about it all morning long. These storms are tracking so quickly. I mean, these are probably short-lived tornadoes, but it could damage things really quickly in that area. So it's actually located in a low populated area, but we can see the wind shear and the rotation, the signature on the radar, the Doppler winds really clearly. As you can see in our screen right now, where Glenn is highlighting it, we're doing some street level tracking for you. So in the next 3 minutes, it will be heading towards 6 Mile Bend, 9 Mile Bend as well in the next 7 minutes or so. And then Wellington, again, if it continues to hold, you might see this thunderstorm and this possible tornado in the next 25 minutes. So just heads up, we're seeing this clear signature, high wind shear in Browns Farm. So if you live in Browns Farm, or if you're in the farm working there in that area, because there's a lot of farms in that area, just heads up, stay indoors, protect your head, get into a bathroom away from windows, right along Browns Farm Road, near Dairy Road, west of Dairy Road as well. And Shanahunu, if I pronounce that correctly, again, this is an area that is low populated, but is actually moving really quickly now towards the northeast. You can see that couplet right over there, Glenn. You can see the greens and the reds, pretty bright. That's indicating a really good signature of some rotation, Glenn.
That is one of the most distinct tornadic signatures that we've seen in the past few days. The other ones have been, we've been able to pick them out because we're used to looking at radars in this way, but this is very distinct here, where you can see so close together, the bright greens, the bright reds. I would say this is almost certainly a tornado, or going to be here as it moves up toward 20 Mile Bend. Now, not a heavily populated part of the area, as Vanessa mentioned, a lot of farms out here, but if you are in the vicinity of 20 Mile Bend or even Loxahatchee in the next 20 minutes or so, please move to the safest place that you have nearby, the safest room in your house, the safest room wherever you are, and then we'll see if this holds together. We may be seeing a tornado warning that extends all the way up into the acreage in Royal Palm and Wellington and up toward Palm Beach Gardens again in the next half hour or so. So that's something, look at that, how fast it's jumping over to the east here based on the speed of this thunderstorm as it moves over toward the east.
And to mention something, you're talking about the speed of the thunderstorm, and the one in Jensen Beach, near Ocean Boulevard, the second tornado warning just up north. We could switch it to Barron 7. You can see the rotation, but it's actually going to exit out very soon. As you can see, it's actually right over northeast of Ocean Boulevard, right along that intersection that will exit out soon, which is great news. But again, the couplet, if it's up if it's a tornado, is actually just located just south of Waveland and just southeast of Jensen Beach and Ocean Breeze Park, just east of A1A. So again, it's heading towards Ocean Boulevard. It will exit out very, very soon because this thunderstorm is moving really quickly towards the northeast, 45 miles per hour. So the threat will be over in the next couple of minutes. The tornado warnings actually has been issued until 9:30 in the morning, so it may expire very shortly. So now our concern is actually the one in Belle Glade, just south of Brown's Farm in that area, and the severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for northern Palm Beach County, central Palm Beach County, and extending out towards Loxahatchee and the 20-mile bend. So again, we're seeing that tornado near Brown's Farm, tracking towards the northeast. You can see the polygon extended a little bit more towards the 20-mile bend area, the tornado warned area, heading towards Loxahatchee. So just be aware, this could be heading your way in the next 10 minutes because this storm is moving very, very quickly. Again, just to remind you, it's moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The possible rotation just southeast of Brown's Farm. It looks like the rotation is far east of Brown's Farm because it's moving so quickly. So it's actually just southwest of Wellington and just south of 20-mile bend, right along Southern Boulevard. If you're familiar with that area, the Loxahatchee area, and we're Lion Country Safari, just south of the area, we're dealing with lots of heavy rains, up to 2 inches of rain the last time I checked. And this thunderstorm is producing lots of lightning strikes as well with it and tracking towards Loxahatchee. And then eventually it will be moving into northern Palm Beach County near West Palm, Haverhill area, right along Okeechobee Boulevard, and Wellington probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes.
The National Weather Service has expired. They've allowed to expire the tornado warning for Martin County. So they expired that 5 minutes early because the storm moved offshore. I have on Barron 8, I have right now some timing of where we're seeing. I only measured from right where we're seeing the tornado signature up to the northeast, not the entire thunderstorm itself, because that is much broader, but the circulation is much smaller. So if we're just looking at where we're seeing a possible tornado and possible circulation, that little area will be in Loxahatchee in the next 9 minutes, in Wellington in 12 minutes, in Royal Palm Beach in 14 minutes. This is just radar estimates. In Wellington's Edge, 15 minutes. Polo Lake Apartments, 15 minutes. Golden Lakes, 20 minutes. Lake Belvedere Estates, 23 minutes. The same goes for Stacy Street and Cypress Lakes. And it's this area right here that we're watching. I'm going to flatten out the map. There we go. So we can see it a little better. But it's that area right there where the green meets the red. That's where we're watching everything very, very carefully. Let me take these out of here and take this warning off real quick. I'll clear that out so we can see it. So there's 20-mile bend just up to the northeast. Here it is. It's right in here. Here's Loxahatchee right behind it. And so we're not too far off. Here is this little signature here. And I'll leave my circle on there just for a minute while we talk about this. But this is going to jump over to the east really quickly when the radar makes its next sweep around. It's all based on as the radar big wand is sweeping around here. We turn off the sweep because we know it can be distracting, but I know you've seen it where we have the radar on and those big wands going on. Look at that jump. See how it jumped out of my little circles there? That's how fast everything's moving. And we're also seeing a second area of rotation now that I look at this a little broader. Let me see if I can take a closer look at that. Two little areas now. You can see I'll turn on the base rotation there, and then I'll go back up to the storm rotation. It's right in here, two areas. This one here and another one back here. These are both, so this one is headed this way here. This one is headed more this way here. I'm thinking, Vanessa, that we're probably going to see an extension of this tornado warning in the next couple of minutes here because it's kind of nearing the outer edge of where the tornado warning, the polygon, is located. And I'm thinking because we're seeing some of this new rotation, they're going to have to extend it a little bit up toward Royal Palm and Wellington here in the next few minutes.
And it's moving so quickly.
Yeah.
So these two little couplets, you can see it clearly on our screen. You see the greens and the reds indicating the strong wind shear and that possible rotation. It's actually located just south of 20-mile bend, right along Southern Boulevard, Loxahatchee, and just south of Wellington. So that tornado warning will probably be extended further towards the northeast into Loxahatchee, Wellington area, and just south of the Acreage area. So heads up for you guys, this is going into a highly populated area right along Southern Boulevard, Wellington, and even parts of Loxahatchee. You can see it clearly right along this area west of Wellington, heading towards these houses, this community right along Southern Boulevard and Jog Road, if you're familiar with that area, just west of the Turnpike as well. So again, Southern Boulevard, 20-mile bend, we're seeing possible rotation, possible funnel cloud, or a tornado at this moment just south of Loxahatchee. And then we have another couplet just southwest of 20-mile bend. You can see it clearly right over here, tracking quickly towards the northeast. So we have two possible rotations happening right now with this severe thunderstorm warning. I want to show you the radar right now. Let me pull it up over here to show you where it's raining and where we're seeing that warning. We have two active warnings right now. Tornado warning right now in Palm City. We're not worried about that one because already exit out. The tornadic activity is actually probably a water spout right now. And then further down south, we have a tornado warning entering Loxahatchee, the Wellington area. And then we have this polygon right over here, the severe thunderstorm warning. And we're seeing all that rain, the thunderstorms, the lightning strikes, the gusty winds that is embedded with this thunderstorm, with those gusty winds over 60 miles per hour. It's heading towards Palm Beach Gardens, Wellington area, Loxahatchee very, very shortly. And then further down south in Kings Point, Boca Raton, and even Boynton Beach, we'll likely see some activity, but in the next hour. But right now our main focus is Loxahatchee, Wellington, just southeast of Belle Glade. We're seeing that tornado warning with two rotations in that polygon right now. Glenn?
Yeah, the National Weather Service just commenting on what we just talked about too. Right after we talked about it, it looks like two circulations, they said, in the same tornado box, and so those are the two that we were identifying for you. I'm going to get my lightning data out of here because that's a little distracting. But we'll just keep these two areas highlighted for you. This one's so close to Wellington and even appeared stronger just a moment ago. I can't imagine that this is going to happen any second here, that they're going to extend this tornado watch box. They're going to have to do it now. Yeah, here we go. Weather Service commenting just now, we're about to extend the tornado warning. So it should be coming out any second now, but it's going to include Wellington, Royal Palm Beach, Loxahatchee. I'm sure it'll include maybe Palm Beach Farms and Cypress Lakes here. We'll see when it pops up on the screen here in just a minute. But regardless of where the polygon is right now, we need you to get to your safest room. If you're in Wellington, if you're in Royal Palm, if you're around the 20-mile bend, if you're in Loxahatchee, all of these areas, please get to your safest room in your house, an interior room, no exterior windows or walls if you're capable. As some people don't have that. In my house, I don't have that. We have a closet. We go into the closet because that's the most enclosed space. There you hear the tornado warning. Okay. Phones, phones, phones. I know, they're all going off all over the place. That is helpful, though, of course. And if people are not watching television right now and they don't know what's going on, there we go. There's the extension of the tornado warning. And you look at that. They took it all the way to the coast, Vanessa, as we thought they might, over to Riviera Beach, Mangonia Park, West Palm Beach, all the way to Glen Ridge. So we've got an extended tornado warning that goes all the way through some of the most heavily populated parts of our viewing area. And that will go until 10:15 a.m. this morning. It may exit the coast sooner than that. Our biggest concern, as I look at this, Vanessa, I'm looking at Wellington right in here, Royal Palm Beach. The circulation is right there, right over top, just to the northwest of where we have Wellington labeled on the map, but heading right up toward Royal Palm Beach here, and also this one here, just south of Loxahatchee, and heading up to the northeast as well. Vanessa?
Yeah, we're seeing the two couplets right here. We see the rotation in Wellington. So west of Wellington, right along Southern Boulevard, Royal Palm Beach. This is where we're seeing the possible rotation. So please head indoors. Do not get next to your windows. You want to protect your head. Go in an area that's low ground. Do not be on the second floor. The best area is actually in the bathtub, in the closet, a hallway and away from windows. This is a good signature that we're seeing a possible rotation in that area, a possible funnel cloud, a tornado just southwest of Royal Palm Beach, Wellington area, highly populated area. And this storm will continue to track towards Haverhill area, the central village, just north of Wellington and northern Palm Beach counties. You can see the polygon extending all the way towards the coastal areas. So if it continues to hold, we'll see more rotation with this thunderstorm, and just the severe thunderstorm warning actually will likely continue as well. So we're seeing lots of rain near Loxahatchee, Royal Palm Beach, Wellington area, and then we see the other rotation just southwest of 20 Mile Bend. That's the second one, but we're keeping a very close eye on this one right over here. Again, this is just southwest of Wellington, northwest of Wellington, excuse me, southwest of Loxahatchee and Royal Palm Beach. And this thunderstorm, this possible rotation tracking very quickly towards the northeast, about 40 miles per hour. Let's see, is a storm producing some hail, Glenn?
Let's take a quick look at it here. I'm sure it is. Oh yeah, right around 20 Mile Bend. Right there, we're seeing a hail signature as well. Anywhere from about a ½ inch hail. So small hail is something that we had talked quite a bit about today. I do want to show you this too. A lot of people, you'll hear when they talk about tornado warnings, they talk about seeing what's called a hook echo, a little hook in the storm here, and we're kind of seeing that around the Wellington area right now. It's not as clear as it was just a moment ago, but a little bit of a hook forming just to the south of Wellington there. We're on Barron 8 right now. If we could just switch over, I'll show it to you there. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that out loud. So we're on Barron 8. We're looking at a little bit of a hook echo in the radar right now. And it actually kind of looks like a little bit of a hook when you kind of look at it from a reflectivity aspect. There we go, right in there. And you'll see that little turn right there in the way the clouds are jetting inward. And then if we switch over to where we can see the opposing winds, there it is right there. You have winds moving this way toward the radar site down in Miami and winds moving the other way on the other side of that. So when you look at it in the form of rain, look at that, Vanessa. It's a very clear roundabout hook. You can see the storm trying to circle around itself right here, which means there is a rotation right there. So we're going to watch this.
So it's right along Southern Boulevard, Glenn. If you zoom in a little bit more closely, let's see what kind of streets and what kind of communities that we're looking at. Is actually right along Collington Drive. If you live in that area, there's lots of houses just south of Southern Boulevard.
Big Blue Trace, a big area there. Yeah, Grantham Road, Grantham Drive rather. Wellington Trace, right around Exotic Lane, Wild Cherry Lane. This whole area here is within where that circulation is located. Let's zoom out a little bit. And it's meeting right around Royal Palm Beach too. If you live in Royal Palm Beach, if you live in Golden Lakes, let's get down in here too, where the circulation meeting. There's Crestwood Boulevard and Royal Palm Beach. And a little bit closer, we're looking at Civic Center Way, Raven Court, over to the east here, Misty Lane. All of this is around State Road 7. Chorus Way, Oliver Lane, and over toward, I want to see what's right in here. Yeah, Sandrift Way and Belvedere. So this is Belvedere and State Road 7 and Lyons Road. This entire area here is under this tornado warning, as well as everywhere to the coast. But this is the strongest circulation. The circulation out around 20 Mile Bend and Loxahatchee has weakened a little bit. So this one has become sort of the main focus right now as the storm continues to move over. I'm going to do a quick track for you. Take the circulation. I'll take it all the way over to the coast here, and we'll get some times for you so you know exactly when this circulation could be in your neighborhood if it holds together. So Palm Beach, let's see, now it's switching on me here. The Fountains, right in your area now. Park Point in just a minute or so, and then Palm Beach Villas in 3 minutes, Lake Worth Corridor in 5 minutes. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stretch this out a little bit more so we can see a little farther out. West Palm Beach, 11 minutes. Palm Beach International. We're looking at about 7 minutes from now. And I'm getting information in now that they are going to cancel the tornado watch for Indian River County and Okeechobee County, which is something Vanessa and I mentioned a few moments ago. That part of our viewing area seems to be out of the potential for severe weather now. And that is a good indication for us as well, because that means that this entire event, this severe weather event that we're dealing with this morning, could be done within the next hour and a half or so as these storms move to the south. But for our most immediate attention, we're looking at this continued rotation right around Royal Palm Beach now and Wellington and heading over to the coast. Let's do another quick track for you. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to do a new track here. Let's see if there's any kind of instant track that's popping up. And I can do that for you real quick too. Let's clear this off. This is all live on the air, of course, so it just takes a few minutes to get together. But here we go. Let's take the rotation. Let's move it over to the coast. And we're looking at timing with this storm moving 45 miles an hour over to the coast. We could see West Palm Beach Farms. You're probably dealing with this right now, right in this area. And then Gun Club Estates in 2 minutes, Shaw Circle. And let me extend it out a little bit farther so we know what's happening in the next few minutes here. West Palm Beach, you're 7 minutes away from this rotation. Palm Beach Gardens, you're probably about 10 minutes away from this moving up to the north. That's time enough. Get into the safest room in your house now, the interior room that we've been talking about. And if you don't have a room itself, closet will do, as it does in my house. It's headed up toward Juno Beach next. I'm going to do a longer track all the way up to Juno Beach and Lake Park and Riviera Beach. Let me extend this all the way out up to here. And we'll change the forward speed of the storm to 45. And we'll change a couple more things here so we get a few more spots. It just keeps bringing up West Palm. Let's see, we'll do this. There we go. So Lake Park, 11 minutes. Palm Beach Gardens, you are 9 minutes away from this rotation being in your neighborhood. Palm Springs, 1 minute. North Palm Beach, 11 minutes. Remember, this is the area where we saw the damage yesterday from the tornado. So let's get over to Vanessa now. She's going to take a look at a different angle of what's going on in the storm.
Thanks, Glenn. So the National Weather Service just mentioned that the rotation is not that defined, but they're going to leave the tornado warning in effect until it moves offshore. So in the next 15 to 30 minutes, we're going to be dealing with this and this severe thunderstorm warning. It's just because the atmosphere is still unstable. We're seeing a lot of instability, and we might still see some rotation as this thunderstorm continues to track towards the northeast. So heads up, as you can see the reds and the greens meeting together, we're seeing some type of rotation, not as strong like we saw just in the last couple of minutes when Glenn was tracking this for you. So Royal Palm Beach, the possible funnel cloud, possible tornado is actually right over State Road 7. So if you're familiar where the target is in that corner of State Road 7, right along State Road 7 and Southern Boulevard, and this street, Okeechobee Boulevard, heading towards the Turnpike area and Jog Road, you guys will be seeing some type of funnel cloud or rotation going on in that area, producing those heavy rains, up to 2 inches of rain the last time I saw. So again, this thunderstorm will continue to track towards the northeast into let's say the Century Village area, Golden Lakes, near Lyons Road, near the Turnpike area, in a highly populated area in Royal Palm Beach. So that's where we're seeing the signature right along State Road 7, Southern Boulevard, where BJ's is at, the Target area. I drive by there all the time, so I'm familiar with this area, and it's very highly populated. A lot of people drive through there all the time. So again, this is right along Okeechobee Boulevard, Jog Road, the Turnpike area in Royal Palm Beach, north of Wellington and north of Southern Boulevard. It looks like the threat for tornadoes in Wellington will diminish because the storm is tracking so quickly towards the northeast. So now it's actually looking like it's going to be over Golden Lakes, the Turnpike area, Belvedere Road, and into the Century Village area and near the Turnpike. So heads up. This is where we're tracking the possible funnel cloud and rotation in that area. So let me show you the radar to show you where we're tracking all this rain. As you can see, we tracked it for you. Cypress Lakes in the next 8 minutes, even Magonia Park in the next 15 minutes near the coastal areas, Northern Palm Beach as well in the next 17 minutes, down into Juno Ridge as well in the next 20 to 21 minutes, because this storm will continue to track towards the coastal areas and a highly populated area and producing lots of lightning strikes and those gusty winds over 60 miles per hour. So again, the National Weather Service says that they're going to keep the tornado warning until this storm moves offshore. So that's likely in the next 30 minutes or so. So again, the Acreage, Wellington, Royal Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, heads up. You guys are seeing lots of rain still, and it's tracking towards the northeast and a possible tornado in that part of the area. So again, it's located right along State Road 7 in Royal Palm Beach, east of Wellington, right along Southern Boulevard and Okeechobee Boulevard. Between those highways, the streets, that's where we're seeing the strongest winds and the possible funnel cloud in that area. So if you're looking out towards the west, if you live in Haverhill, PBIA, around that area, Palm Springs, Cypress Lakes, if you're looking out towards the west, make sure you head indoors, because it's not raining your area just yet, but it will be raining in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. Across the area. So again, we are under that tornado warning in Royal Palm Beach, right along State Road 7, again, where the Target is and BJ's, and just north of Olympia, Palm Beach Farms, west of Haverhill. So if you live in this area between the Turnpike and I-95, there's lots of communities, lots of things to do in this area. Make sure you stay indoors. We're seeing this strong thunderstorm heading your way very shortly, producing lots of winds, close to tropical storm winds. We're talking about winds over 55 miles per hour. And then all this heavy rains. It's going to be quick downpours, and then it will be moving into the coastal areas of the Palm Beaches in the next 15 minutes. So heads up for you guys in Riviera Beach, Lake Park, Palm Beach, Glen Ridge, and Palm Beach Farms. You will be seeing some activity shortly. Let me go back to velocity, and I'll send things over to Glenn in just a second to talk about the velocity as well. Let me check if there's some rotation going on. So the rotation is still going on, not as strong, but it's actually right over Century Village, right along Haverhill, West Gates, south of Palm Beach Lakes Outlet, around that area, Magnolia Park, and southwest of Riviera Beach this morning. So right along the Turnpike area, Military Trail, Okeechobee Boulevard. If you live in this area, make sure you stay indoors. And stay indoors. Let's see if we could pull up maybe a sky cam in downtown West Palm Beach just to help us tell the story this morning. They don't have it anymore, so we lost it. So basically, we're seeing a lot of rain. What about PBIA? Any sky cams in PBIA? Near Century? No, they're going to pull it up in just a little bit. There it is, PBIA. As you can see, we were mentioning that. The dark clouds looking out towards the west. Heads up. We're going to see that strong thunderstorm heading your way. So if you live near PBIA, right along Southern Boulevard, Okeechobee Boulevard, we're going to see those strong winds, heavy rains moving into that area very, very shortly. We're seeing some type of rotation in Century Village, Haverhill, and west of PBIA. Glenn, do you have any updates on the velocity?
I just have some more timing here. I mean, definitely that signature is still going. So if we take a look quickly at the timing of where this is headed next, we are looking at Military Park, Shaw Circle, Cypress Lakes, all in about 5 minutes from now as this pushes over to the east. But I can't help but want to go in closer to exactly where we're seeing this intensity. It's a really broad area, Vanessa, much bigger signature. And when we say signature, just like a signature when you sign a contract or something like that, it's a very distinct mark that is your own. In this case, we call this a tornado signature because it represents where a tornado could be based on the way it looks. And this is how it looks when you have two areas of winds that are moving in opposite directions. So the radar site that we're using at the moment is down to the south a little bit. This is the Miami radar. We could even switch over to the Palm Beach radar, but it's a little more cluttered right now because of what's going on there with all the rainfall around the airport. So let's switch back to this. Let me see if I can get a little bit clearer. But right everywhere in here, these different colors indicating which way the winds are moving. So in this case, Green means toward the radar, red means away, and the radar's in Miami, which is south of us. So winds in the green are moving this way, and winds in the red are moving this way. And around them is where you get that circulation, especially right where those two things are meeting here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Right around Westgate, PBIA. I mean, we can go back to that Palm Beach International Airport camera at some point. That is going to be a very stormy camera here in just a few minutes. If you live on Congress Avenue, Palm Beach Lakes, over to 14th Street, 9th Street, into West Palm Beach here, over by Lakeside Green, up by 45th Street and Mangonia Park, West 15th Street, Avenue U, and Garden Road, and toward Riviera Beach. This is where this entire, it's hard to focus in, Vanessa, on just one spot because it's such a big, broad area. It's not a tiny little circle like we've been making throughout the morning. We have a big, broad rotation here in the atmosphere where we could see one tornado or several funnel clouds develop, and maybe one down here by Haverhill and Royal Palm Estates, another one up by Gramercy Park. There's a long line here of places where little tornadoes could spin up as everything moves over to the east. And I think the best news of this, as we look at this, is that it's almost offshore. We're just a few minutes from this entire thing being off the coast, in which instance there's going to be a threat for water spouts out there over the water. But the danger to these heavily populated parts of our viewing area, look at that shift there, right over into Mangonia Park and Riviera Beach. Please, 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 if you're just tuning in now and you're in Riviera Beach, Palm Beach Shores, Lake Park, we need to get you into the safest room in your house right now. I'm getting word from the director. What do we have here? I-95 in the Riviera Beach area. Just blinding rain, first of all. And then on top of that, the potential for possible rotation. What's that, Vanessa?
It's actually Taylor in the car, and they're driving their photographer riding through I-95 and 45th Street. Is that correct? They're driving through the storm as we speak. You can see the conditions are not looking too good. We're seeing blinding rain, lots of wind as well. I wonder if they're traveling north or south, down into, they're heading down south. Oh, we could talk to Taylor?
Are they there? Oh, okay. Hi, Taylor. Taylor, are you there?
Taylor, are you there?
Oh, we can't talk to them.
We can't talk to them. Okay.
Yes. Can you guys hear me
Oh,
now?
yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Hey, guys, we are headed down south. We just passed the 45th Street exit here on I-95. And, man, I know you guys have been saying it all morning, but these really are moving so fast. I mean, it's crazy to just kind of bear witness to it. We were up on the Treasure Coast when there was warnings up there, and then we immediately headed down here when those warnings expired. And, I mean, 2 seconds before sun on one side of the road, on one side of 95, the other side, super dark clouds. It moved so quick, and now, I mean, the blinding rain came down in a single sheet, and now here we are. But thankfully, everybody's taking it pretty slow here on 95. Again, I'm in the passenger seat recording this, going live. My photographer, Gil, is driving. Just some blinding rain here on I-95. We're approaching the Palm Beach Lake Boulevard exit, traveling south. But, yeah, I mean, again, you guys have really... You've been emphasizing it all morning, how quickly these storms have been moving, and thankfully they are moving so quickly to get the threat out of our area. But just to be able to witness it firsthand, how quickly these clouds move and how quickly this rain starts, this wind, I mean, you can really tell just by, I don't know if the live shot is doing it justice, but the wind and the rain is really coming down out here.
And Taylor, like I was looking at your live shot right now, and it looks like you can't even see the clouds up ahead. I mean, it's blinding rain. I'm looking at the velocity as well, and where you're located, you're heading south right along Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, and the rotation is actually located just northeast of you guys right now. So I'm pretty sure you can't even see where the rotation is, or you're seeing a funnel cloud because it is raining so heavily in that area, correct?
Yeah, Vanessa, before you guys came to us, I saw what I thought looked like rotation, but I think it might have just been clouds moving so quickly, or the storm moving so quickly. Again, I am not a meteorologist. I trust you guys with all of this, but it happened so fast that we were just totally overtaken by the clouds and by this storm. I couldn't tell you if there was a funnel cloud in front of us.
Yeah, it's really hard to see because it's just raining so badly in that area. And we're just tracking lots of heavy rains, those gusty winds over 55 miles per hour. We're tracking two possible rotations. And Glenn, I was keeping an eye just south of Wellington as well.
Yeah.
We're seeing another rotation, a broad signature of the just south of Wellington in that community. Is tracking really quickly towards the northeast. Not sure if you see that in your velocity radar.
Yeah, I do.
So there's currently two signatures of seeing some possibility of some rotation in northern Palm Beach County.
It's right south, it's just around the Olympia community there, and Florida Gardens and Lucerne Lakes, Covered Bridge. I know some people that live in that area too. Yeah, this is a very distinct signature here as well. I'm wondering if they're gonna, let me check the National Weather Service chat, but I'm wondering if they're gonna issue something else in this area here. Can you see it there? All right, so we're zoomed in right here around Florida Gardens. Of course, we are watching a tornado warning that remains in effect for Palm Beach County until we get to 10 a.m. here or maybe longer. But a lot of this moving over to the coast, we have a new area of rotation that we're going to keep a close eye on here. It's really close to the Covered Bridge community and Olympia and Florida Gardens, south of Wellington, southeast of Wellington, and moving over to the coast at a very fast clip. I'm just monitoring what the Weather Service is seeing right now, just in case they're about to mention.
Oh no.
The tornado watch, yeah, for Okeechobee, they've gone ahead and expired that tornado watch. But there's a look. Did they ask you something else as well?
They're keeping the tornado watch for Broward, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that will be the only active watch this morning. So just further up north, the threat is over for St. Lucie County and Okeechobee County, which is great news. Again, the cold front will push all that moisture offshore in the next 30 minutes or to an hour. We've been tracking this for you all morning long. We're seeing that threat kind of diminishing near Riviera Beach and West Palm. We're still seeing some broad rotation there, but it's not that defined. It's probably just a funnel cloud, or we'll see what happens in the next couple of hours if we see any damages, because it is raining so much where Taylor was just driving into it in Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right along I-95, a highly populated area. It's just raining very heavily in that area. I do want to pull up the radar so you guys could see the rain this moment. So let's bring it up
on
here.
there? Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Oh, lots of lightning strikes, as you can see. You can see the Royal Palm Beach area right along Southern Boulevard, Wellington, just heavy blinding rain in this part of your area. So Juno Beach down into North Palm Beach and Riviera Beach, you guys are still seeing some heavy rains, and this threat will continue to in the next 30 minutes. I think the tornado warning will probably continue until 10:15 in the morning, the severe thunderstorm warning until 10 o'clock in the morning in the next couple of minutes. Let's see if that will expire or be extended for the coastal areas of northern Palm Beach County, since we're still tracking this thunderstorm in this part of our viewing area. Glenn.
Yeah, I'm reading through the National Weather Service discussion too. As you know, and as we discussed this morning, we talk back and forth to the National Weather Service offices that monitor our area, both in Miami and Melbourne. They have very broad areas to watch. That's why it's important to rely on your local meteorologist, because sometimes we see things that may not be necessarily in the front of their minds in some of the other offices, because they're monitoring such a wide area, and a lot of times we can help alert each other. Sometimes they see things that we don't see as well, but we do our best to watch everything. And then the good news is that rotation south of Palm Beach Farms seems to be falling apart a little bit. So that's great news right there. I'm still a little concerned around Gun Club Estates, Royal Palm Estates. We still have what looks like a little circulation there. But as I communicate back and forth, and as Vanessa communicates back and forth with the Weather Service offices, it looks like they're going to go ahead and allow the warning to expire for Palm Beach County, the tornado warning to expire there, as most of the biggest threat of that storm has moved offshore. We're commenting to them about this little area here south of Palm Beach Farms, which continues to show a little bit of a mixing of different directions of air moving around, different wind directions here. So we'll watch that carefully along Forest Hill Boulevard as it moves over toward Gun Club Estates and West Palm Beach Farms. I'll zoom into a couple of spots on there so you can see right where this is. This is Olive Tree Boulevard, Dillman Road, Summit Boulevard, and then if it moves up to the northeast a little bit, it's going to be right along Canyon Way and El Claro South and Fitch Drive. Oh, I actually have some friends live right in this community here, so hopefully they're paying attention this morning. And then there's Southern Boulevard. So let's bring in Tiffany Kenny into this mix here. Tiffany, you've been sitting watching all this.
Yep.
You know this area so well from having grown up here.
Well, Glenn and Vanessa, first of all, excellent job in keeping our viewers safe. You've been on the air all morning long, monitoring these tornado warnings, the severe thunderstorm warnings, and I'm trying to monitor all the pictures and the videos that we're getting into the newsroom. I want to go to some live video right now of Blue Heron Boulevard. You see this off to the right. This is one of our traffic cameras. This is 95 and Blue Heron. As we saw with Taylor Hernandez just a short time ago, you're dealing with some very dangerous driving conditions right now, blinding rain, and we can't underscore enough the importance of listening to our meteorologists, to Glenn and Vanessa this morning, listening to these weather warnings, because if there is a tornado warning, which we've been under this tornado warning, which you just mentioned, is about to expire, is close to expiring, initially scheduled till about 10:15 this morning. But it's very important that you listen to the warnings and you take shelter, because the conditions right now are very dangerous. I want to bring in Chris Martinez, Chris, you were here all night long monitoring and forecasting a very similar system that moved through and caused severe damage in the Palm Beach Gardens area.
Absolutely. We were here to alert you yesterday about 5:15. We jumped on the air about 2 to 3 minutes before the tornado warning was issued for that Palm Beach Gardens tornado. I saw some rotation. I told Brooke, hey, this is a very dangerous situation happening. Jumped on the air. They issued the warning, and then lo and behold, went out there after the threat was gone, surveyed the damage myself, and it was just a mess. It looked like a bomb kind of went off. But let's track this severe thunderstorm again. What I saw when I was driving in are these very, very low clouds. I am not seeing as high as rotation as we were out towards the Wellington area. Vanessa, as we go down towards, let's go down towards the airport. I was picking up a little bit of rotation, especially around PBIA. So let's go down to the south, put on the velocity there, Vanessa. And that's, you can see, there it is. That is a pretty decent right there. This is Lake Clark Shores, back towards Forest Hill. I've got some really good rotation right here. So this is just going to be around Forest Hill Boulevard and back out towards the airport, Gun Club Estates. And this is what we're looking for. You need to get those greens and the reds really compact together. And that is a pretty good signature, what we're seeing right now. Could be a funnel cloud, and it could be a tornado. So if you live in this vicinity around Lake Clark Shores, right around Forest Hill, Palm Springs area, you need to get in your safe shelter again, because these signatures have been popping up and then waning down very quickly. So this is all headed in the general direction. As we can future track this, Vanessa, that's going to be crossing I-95 between Forest Hill and Southern, right around the zoo area. So heads up, as this thunderstorm will continue to track closer towards the north and northeast very quickly. So you can see your locations here: Lake Clark Shores, Glen Ridge, Cloud Lake. Again, this warning is in effect until 10:15 technically. I've seen another area of rotation pop up, and that is a pretty distinct. Vanessa, if we can zoom on in and kind of ID the red and the green, just to give our viewers the idea of how much wind we're talking about. So this is where the rotation is, right along Forest Hill Boulevard. So that's going to be out towards the school district headquarters around that area. So you can see 60-12. That is about 70-mile-per-hour wind or tornado coming down. Again, I am seeing really tight rotation in through this area of Forest Hill. So if you live out towards Forest Hill, Palm Springs, this vicinity, you need to take shelter immediately. These storms are not playing around. They are dropping down funnel clouds and even tornadoes like we saw yesterday around Palm Beach Gardens and towards that area.
They canceled the tornado warning.
Okay, so what we're hearing is that the National Weather Service has canceled the tornado warning for Palm Beach County?
Correct.
Okay, so that was in effect until 10:15, but on my radar, you can see I'm still talking about some rotation right there. It is very highly compact right there, especially from, and you can see how quickly that moved. Vanessa, if we can zoom out real quickly. and you can see how quickly that storm has moved. And now that rotation, well, let's go ahead and zoom on here because I'm still looking at it.
Yeah, so they said gusty winds still
Okay.
continue and move offshore.
All right, so we've got gusty winds, but I'm still seeing some pretty decent rotation here. So this is going to be just around Glen Ridge. We can go in a little more street level, Vanessa. This is going to be, now as we approach just south of downtown West Palm, so now we're approaching Antique Row right along Dixie Highway and Southern Boulevard, that area, you know, the public shopping center, a couple of restaurants out there. There's also Walgreens and CVS out there at the corner of Southern and Dixie. The rotation, as far as the wind speed, has lessened, so this is good news. It was up to 70. Now I'm getting 35 and 16. That's 51. But some strong gusty winds will be plowing through this area of southern West Palm Beach. So this is so-so area and towards that area of West Palm Beach. But we're going to continue to watch this. Glenn, great job with you and Vanessa covering this morning. And as you saw, these rotation and the signatures that we've been picking up have really, and also just a little bit of a little kind of hook trying to form right here. This was what Brooke and I were looking at yesterday. I mean, this is the time where, you know, our team of experienced meteorologists are glued to the radar and are trained to look for these types of signatures, and they've been popping up all morning long.
They've really been something. You know, some of them have been quite small, where we've seen some damage, for example, up in Lakewood Park along the Treasure Coast. Some of them have been much broader, like some of the rotation that Chris has been pointing out to you, that Vanessa and I have been pointing out to you all morning, that's headed over toward the coast here. But for the most part, it looks like a lot of the threat has really decreased really quickly. The Weather Service had stated they were looking to cancel the tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning at the same time, and that's what they just did a few minutes ago. So at the moment, we don't have any active warnings in our viewing area, which is nice to see because we've had plenty of warnings already this morning. If we turn back on the radar, and I'll show you some of the lightning strikes still coming in, we still have a lot of lightning, especially right down here, heading over toward the east in western parts of Delray and up toward the Covered Bridge community there. But right now, a lot of heavy rainfall, lightning, and even some hail. Let me just turn on the hail quickly here and show you where we're seeing hail. We've got about 1-inch hail just south of Wellington. Palm Beach Farms with half-inch hail possible, around Palm Beach International Airport with some hail possible, about a ½ inch there. And that's about it. We've got Palm Beach International Airport on the screen there. It's hard to see what's what. Is the bottom right-hand corner there? Is what we're looking at? Yeah. Top, okay. So Blue Heron 95 on the top and Palm Beach International Airport down below there. Just blinding rainfall coming down right now. I'm glad to see everybody's driving slowly, driving carefully, but this is a situation that is almost done for us, thank goodness. As we progress through the next couple, I would say even just an hour, we're going to see most of this activity move offshore, and then look what we're left with. Look back here. Look up toward Martin County and St. Lucie County and Indian River County. There's nothing happening. It is quieting down very quickly. Couple little showers, if I put on a different phase of the radar, couple little showers up by Fellsmere and Indian River Shores, a couple by Fort Drum, but no lightning strikes up there, and certainly no severe weather. And that's what's headed our direction. Everything is going to keep on pushing down to the southeast, and we'll end up with much drier air. And Tiffany, much well-deserved, and Chris too, well-deserved drier weather and sunshine as we head into later this afternoon, and especially for the upcoming week.
Thank goodness, Glenn. It has been a wild weather week, to say the least. This is really unprecedented in some locations. I want to get back to the radar because I'm still seeing a little bit of rotation. You can see this is really well defined. Thank goodness it is now quickly moving off the coast as we speak. It is very fast moving. This is along Ocean Boulevard. So if you live out towards Palm Beach, the island, and down towards the south, so approaching Hypoluxo, Manalapan, this is likely a water spout coming down at this moment. But I mean, I'm fairly certain that this rotation held together from Palm Springs, so I'll be curious to see if there's a little bit of a damage around Forest Hill and Palm Springs in that area as this rotation continues to move offshore. But it held really tightly as it did travel through. And look at that. I mean, you get this bright. Go ahead and put an ID on this, Vanessa, and see what those winds are looking like. So what we're measuring is the winds, 54 and 19. So that's about 70-mile winds, 70 to 75 mile per hour winds. But the good news is, let's widen the shot just a little bit and show you the rest of the reflectivity, Vanessa, what we're tracking. This line is moving very quickly. So it's going to be out of our hair, I think, within the next hour. But our focus is going to be down towards southern Palm Beach County, especially western Delray, western Boca Raton, and down towards western Boca and towards that area, because we still have to watch for these thunderstorms that could have some rotators with them as well. So as we future track this, get ready for heavy rain and hail in through these neighborhoods. You can see them on your screen. So the threat will continue for at least the next hour, but the quicker these storms move in, the quicker they move out. Glenn?
Like it's been an interesting week this week, and it wasn't all due to exactly what we're seeing today. Each day had a particular instance, a particular element that created the potential for thunderstorms. What happened for most of the week is that we had these waves of energy moving across the Gulf of Mexico into our viewing area, and it was because of energy pushing in, combined with the daytime heating and all the moisture we had, these waves would ripple across the area. They'd come in across South Florida, and as they hit the center of the state and over into our area, they would use all of that moisture and all of that heat that we were getting and create those strong thunderstorms that ended up pushing over toward the coast each day and creating tornadic activity as well. Along the Treasure Coast, we had big hail too up in Jupiter and along the Treasure Coast and down south a little bit. And then, of course, the several tornadoes that we had that touched down this week. So it has been certainly an unusual week. For April, we do tend to see some severe storms, but day after day like this, I haven't seen this. I've been down here a long time doing this, and I haven't seen an extended week in April like this where we've had every day severe weather. In the summertime, you get more of those consistent patterns, but in the spring, not so much. Now this week and now into today, we're looking at a cold front that is making its way down. I'm going to turn back on the reflectivity here so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and throw the cold front in here just so you can see where it is. Give me 1 second just to do it real quick. I'm going to put it on the radar. Here's the radar right here, and I'm going to drop that cold front in there so you can see where everything's moving. Look at that. So it's the cold front today. That's what makes today different. It's not just waves of energy moving through. It's a cold front, and behind it, slightly cooler, but certainly drier air, like a shovel, Tiffany. It's digging underneath that moisture and forcing that moisture up, creating these thunderstorms and those spins as they move across the state there. And once it's done shoveling all that rainfall offshore, we're left with some gorgeous weather for the rest of your Sunday.
That weather after the week that we've had. Glenn, I want to bring back in our Taylor Hernandez, who's been driving up and down throughout Palm Beach County. Taylor, tell us where you are right now and what you're seeing.
PGA Boulevard. We were here just about a half hour ago. Much different scene now than it was this time a half hour ago. Really, we're going to get off the highway here. We're on I-95, and we're going to turn around and we're going to go back down south. You know, our meteorologists have really been saying all morning just how quickly these storms are moving. And it's one thing to hear them say that. It is another thing to be out here experiencing it. My photographer and I, we have been chasing it all morning long. And just about maybe 15 minutes ago or so was when we had that really, really heavy rain near the outlets, near Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. Now you can see we're exiting on PGA. This is the PGA bridge up ahead of us right now. But we're going to turn around and we're going to go back down south. It seems like that's where the storm is right now. But like Chris, Glenn, and Vanessa have been saying, it's really moving pretty quickly out here. Right now, no rain. But, 5 minutes ago, we were getting absolutely pelted. Again, I am not driving. My photographer, Gil, is driving. I'm in the passenger seat. But right now, it's just light rain. So we're going to head back down south.
All right, Taylor, thank you. Yeah, we can see from your video here that the roads look much better than they did just 10 minutes ago. Chris, really, and that underscores, again, just how quickly these storms are moving in and moving out of our area.
Red kind of decrease over the next hour to hour and a half because they are moving quicker. We said that the risk we were watching was at least to about noon or 1 p.m. this morning. hey, once this line of showers and storms moves out that we're tracking right now, we're done for the day. And it's funny to see, but we will actually see a pretty decent looking day for the rest of your Sunday once we get past these thunderstorms. Let me show you with our exclusive impact tracker. We're the only station that really shows you where the highest impacts are with our radar, and you can see the greens indicating just the rain, so this is manageable. But as we head into the purple colors, that's indicating the hail, and then the pink colors indicating the stronger hail or the severe hail. So right now, out of these thunderstorms, yes, they're packing a punch. Right now, I'm not seeing too many areas of rotation just yet, but as these storms get closer to the coast, they can tend to start to rotate. So that's what we're going to be glued to over the next hour. But there is hail, at least the possibility of hail around PBA, back out towards just towards the Wellington area, unincorporated Lake Worth Beach. But you can see it is just heavy downpours right now, blinding rain, basically from downtown West Palm Beach. Here's our hail tracker, and here's what we were just talking about. As we go out towards Olympia, the neighborhood right off of 441 and State Road 7 out towards Wellington and the Turnpike, you got some hail. This is pea-sized hail, so this is manageable, but there is some hail out of this thunderstorm just around the Forest Hill Boulevard. So we'll track that. This is now moving a little closer towards the airport around Forest Hill, and then as we go down the line of showers and storms, it is heavy rain. So this line will continue to move closer to the coast within the next hour. Let's go down the line, Vanessa, as we go in towards western portions of our area, especially around western Lake Worth. Heavy downpours here. We go south, we follow it basically right along the Turnpike, back out towards Atlantic Avenue. We go down in towards Boynton Beach. So this is going to be the Turnpike, back out towards the Villages of Oriole, so that's western Boynton. Then we move down the line. So heads up around western Delray, Meisner Country Club, all the way down in towards western Boca Raton, out towards the high school. You've got some pretty heavy storms coming your way, and we'll be watching the potential for a little bit of rotation. Again, we have been seeing that we're watching this a little pocket or two of some rotation as this line of showers and storms continues to quickly move closer to the coast. Glenn?
All right, thanks, Chris. One thing I like to do as we get closer to the end of what has been a really rocky week and certainly a rough morning this morning is I like to do a track not necessarily for the storm itself, but when you might see some clearing if you're still seeing rain right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line behind this line of storms and then extend that out along the coast. I'm going to adjust the time frame here because I know this storm is moving at about 47 miles per hour, this line. And then I'm also going to take out a few of, it always puts like a million little spots on there. But if you are in West Palm Beach, in the next 5 minutes or so, you're going to start to see things clear up. This is a track taken from where the storms will end in your viewing area. Lake Worth Beach, you've got about 9 minutes or so. Now, there's still a bunch of rain that headed your way in Lake Worth Beach before this happens, but you got about 9 minutes or 9 to 10 minutes of really heavy rainfall headed your way, and then slowly skies will begin to clear. In Delray, you've got about 17 minutes. You still have some of the heaviest rainfall, by the way, in Delray off to your west, so that is going to be making its way in as we continue for the next few minutes. But you got 17 minutes or so. You'll start to see the rain lighten up a little bit, and then you'll start to see things calms down, like Taylor Hernandez mentioned when she was driving along there, how quickly things have cleared up. The spots that have some of the longest wait times to get rid of some of this very active weather would be Boca, of course, because of the way that the line of storms extends backwards. It extends from this direction here, from northeast to southwest. So because it sort of has more space right in here, this is where the wait time is a little bit longer for those storms to move in. But you got about 20 minutes, 22 minutes or so before that moves through Highland Beach and Boca, and even our viewers down in Deerfield. We have viewers down in Deerfield Beach area. You're going to see another 25 minutes or so, and then things look much, much better. So that takes us almost to 11 a.m. this morning. And after that, there is a little bit of rainfall back out here to the west. We've seen some indications of some heavier rainfall back to the south here, but also if we go up to the north a little bit, we still have a couple little showers hanging out around Indian River Shores and Yeehaw Junction, headed over into Blue Cypress Lake and Fellsmere, and a little bit of rainfall around Micco and up to the north of that, and then by Fort Drum. But that's what we'll be left with after this main line pushes on through. We'll be left with some rain, light rain here and there as we try to clear the skies out a bit. And then things will be much, much better for the rest of the day. Chris?
Hey, Glenn, so what I'm watching, and it's improving and encouraging news, is as like southern edge of this line continues to move closer to the coast, it has lost a little bit of its punch. It's still producing some gusty winds. I'm not seeing too much of rotation, but usually when we get these tail ends of these severe weather events, like you were talking about the clearing line and stuff like that, we see our tornado threat weaken, and then that translates back into just the damaging wind threat. So I'm just starting to see a more linear form to these thunderstorms, which tells me that we're kind of getting away from the rotating portion of the thunderstorm. So this just strong gusty winds coming out of these thunderstorms, especially quickly moving through western Delray, back out towards western Boca Raton and western Boynton Beach as we see. Our radar is also showing what I'm talking about. When you see that little thing on the left side, it says VTI. That's one of the measurements we use to determine how much rotation is in the storm. Now, as you go higher, it's on a scale of 1 to 10. You get closer to 10, that's showing the likelihood of it rotating. This was about 2.5. Last check, it's dropped down to 1.9. Also, you can see the future track does take it in places like Rainbow Lakes, 9 minutes. We're talking about Poinciana Place in 11 minutes and Hypoluxo Village. This storm is booking it. It will be moving closer towards your area in 12 minutes. Let's put on the velocities real quick, Vanessa, so I can also kind of reiterate what we're talking about. Not a lot of rotation coming in as we speak, more of a linear form to these thunderstorms that are moving down through southern Palm Beach County. So you're going to see that quick burst of air and wind as this line of showers and storms continues to move down towards the south and southeast. So very heavy rain. If you have to travel down to Boca as we speak, give it about an hour and a half. It'll get way better after that. But intense rains will be falling right through the turnpike in I-95 as we get closer towards 11 o'clock. So please don't drive. Wait till about noon if you want to take it down towards Broward or Boca, if you're brunching or whatever you're doing down to Delray, because this line is quickly moving. And as you can see, we're talking about pockets of very heavy rain. Wild weather week, Glenn. Each and every afternoon we had severe thunderstorms. Yesterday we were first to alert of the impending tornado that came down. And I tell you, Glenn, Brooke and I were here yesterday just looking at that signature that tore through Palm Beach Gardens. And as we were IDing the winds and the velocity, I was thinking to myself, 105 mile per hour winds, this can't be. But then after that warning expired and I went out there because it's so close to the station and surveyed the damage, it was just incredible. We've seen lots of pictures, lots of videos out of Palm Beach Gardens, and you know, people are still going to be picking up of that severe, you know, that tornado that tore through for weeks. It did that much damage. And I asked Jade Jarvis, who covered the Kings Point tornado when we had our tropical system last year, and I said, Jade, how does this tornado compare to the Kings Point, which was an EF2? And she said, this one was a little worse than that. So, you know, they came out with an EF1, at least an EF1, but I'm thinking that yesterday's tornado around the Gardens, it could easily be an EF2.
That's funny that you say that. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the newsroom this morning. The more pictures we got in, the more I was saying out loud, you know, they're going to reevaluate it today because they said their initial report was an EF1. Kings Point was 125 mile per hour maximum sustained wind, maximum winds for that tornado, an EF2. They may relook at this, relook at some of this damage. I mean, it was hard to survey everything yesterday because it started to get dark right after that. But they may upgrade this to an EF2 tornado that moved through Palm Beach Gardens. Chris mentioned this too. Even though we're not seeing as much rotation, there's still some really gusty winds here with these storms. I just want to just show you a couple spots like in Lake Worth Beach. We're seeing winds that are around 49 miles per hour. Those are some pretty gusty winds. Around Glen Ridge, 45 mile per hour winds. Lantana, 51 mile per hour winds coming in. If we head down to the south a little bit, down toward Delray, oh yeah, there's just some really gusty. And the brighter little couplets that you see here, the brighter little pixels, those are always windier conditions. So 66 mile per hour wind there north of Delray Beach in northern parts of Delray and right offshore too, 66 miles per hour. And then around Boca Harbor down here, a 68 mile per hour wind. These are radar estimates of the winds around, but look at that, 60, 66, those are really hefty wind gusts moving through the area. So those can cause a little bit of damage too. It doesn't always have to be tornadic activity. We see plenty of straight line wind damage when we look at storms that move through our area. And the way that happens is you have these winds that are being pulled down through the atmosphere. Let's put this, I'm going to put this in 3D mode for you so you can see exactly what's going on. Let me put this back up here. And when we look at that, I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, I have to draw the box. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Let's just draw the box in here. There we go. All right. So when we look at these clouds and we look at how high up these storms go, look at that. See how high up they're building there? So the rain comes down through the sky. It comes down all the way down through the clouds. And when the rain hits the ground and the wind hits the ground, the winds spread out at the bottom of the storm, underneath the storm there. And those winds can be 60, 70, 80 mile per hour winds. When those winds hit the ground so hard, depending on how hard the rain is coming down, it can really do a lot of damage as those winds spread out. Have you ever been standing near outside and you see dark clouds in the distance there and you hear a rumble of thunder and suddenly you feel the air turn cooler, a cool breeze come across you as you're watching that storm approach? That's what's happening there. That wind is cold wind. It's coming way down out of these really tall clouds here. And when it hits the ground, it spreads out and you feel that temperature drop and then the rain follows shortly thereafter. But those straight line winds, those can cause a lot of damage as those storms come down. So that's something we watch for always, not just the tornadic signature, not just always the rotation, but also these really powerful winds that can create damage on their own without needing any rotation at all. They can knock things down, knock down trees, knock down fences. They can do all kinds of damage to your roof. So we keep a close eye on all these things. And they're often mistaken for tornadoes because they can do so much damage. So we're keeping a close eye on that. Chris?
All right, Glenn, as we take a look at our first warning Doppler radar, what we're going to do, let's go to the other source, guys, and as we come here, let me take you through this line. We're going to be with you until the threat of severe weather passes. We were first on, and we want to take you through the whole situation and have us say, okay, we're finally done. So we're going to be with you until this threat passes. So we're still tracking very heavy rains right now, especially through downtown West Palm Beach, up and down 95. And basically, it's a 95 in Okeechobee Boulevard, and you take that all the way down towards Woolbright. That's where it's raining pretty decently. So you can see this is very heavy rain. We got pockets of a little bit of hail possible just north of Lantana Road as you take 95 back out towards Lantana and 10th Avenue, on that area of Boynton, Lantana, back out towards Lake Worth Beach. Hypoluxo Village, I mean, these cells are booking it. Vanessa, if we can put the ID on that right there, it kind of gives us an idea. Look at that, 43 miles per hour the storm is traveling towards the east or towards the east and northeast. So that's moving quickly. Hail size right here, less than half an inch. So this is not severe hail. If you see some hail, it is going to be very small. But look how quickly it is going to be moving closer to the coast. We're talking about Lantana, 7 minutes, Hypoluxo, 6 minutes. Heavy rain, gusty winds. You just saw Glenn talk about the gusty winds that could be 50 and 60 miles per hour, even though we're not seeing too many signs of rotation. That was out towards central Palm Beach County. So let's go from Lake Clark Shores back towards Boynton Beach, down towards Delray. It is raining crazy right now, especially as we head down towards western Boynton and western Delray. And you can see that the rain, this is going to be Lake Ida in Jog. So now we're moving out towards the Boynton, Delray area. And as we move down towards the Turnpike, again, raining pretty heavily. So my advice to you is, if you had any plans down towards Miami-Dade or Broward or even Boca around noontime, you may want to wait this out. Honestly, we've got about at most about 30 more minutes for this line to kind of clear the area, and then the roads are going to start to free up just a little bit. But you don't want to be driving in this rain. It is very torrential. We don't want any accidents out there. So if you can kind of postpone your plans this Sunday afternoon, because I tell you what, it's going to be a far cry as we head in the afternoon. You're going to be what storms, and you're going to be so thankful to see the sunshine when this is all done. Honestly, we all are. Then as we go down towards the south again, you can see just heavy rain. But what I'm seeing with the structure of this line of showers and storms is we've kind of transitioned from a rotating thunderstorm situation to more of a linear fashion, which is those strong gusty winds. This is going to be right off of 45th, and you can see that traffic is flowing. They're going a little bit on the slower side, which is good news. We don't want any hydroplaning right there. But this line is going to continue to impact, I'd say, places from Delray back towards Boca. We've got about, again, 20, 25 more minutes as this leading, or I'd say the exiting edge of this line of showers and storms continues to move through that area. Got a little bit of hail, but right now the threats have lessened. The wind has died down as far as the big impacts. Now we're seeing winds that could be as high as 50 to 60. You can see our impact tracker really good at picking up on the hail. Vanessa, if we can get an ID that. This is going to be just to the north of the Hamptons at Boca. So western Delray, Atlantic Avenue, back out towards Lyons, back towards Meisner Country Club. We could see the potential right there of half an inch to an inch size hail. So this is going to be around pea-size hail in through that area of western Delray. So this is a really good tool because it shows you where the biggest impacts are. And right now, we've got a little bit of a hail threat. Here's the Turnpike. There's Atlantic, Lyons, that western side of Delray Beach, almost out towards 441. That's where the highest impact continues to be. So heavy rain, some hail, Glenn. And like I said, you know, we've been doing this a long time. and we can tell, look, you can see that it's more linear. So the rotating thunderstorms, at least to see the, you know, the storms that could produce some funnel clouds or tornadoes, that risk has lessened, so that's great news. But we're still going to be on guard for those strong gusty winds and very heavy rain that is moving through our southeastern communities from Delray down towards Boca Raton.
Good. Just briefly here, we're going to go for a quick little tour through our area. You see the drive cam there. We'll start up along the Treasure Coast, where the tornado watch was allowed to expire earlier because the threat had moved down to the south toward Palm Beach County. And look at that, we're looking at Barron 8. Jensen Beach right now looks not too bad. There's the overcast there. There's still some light rain going on, but it's looking much, much better. We can at least see through this camera. We couldn't see through this camera 2 hours ago because the rain was coming down. As we travel a little farther to the south, Palm Beach Gardens, where we had all that tornado damage yesterday. Still very dark clouds, but not much rainfall coming down there. Just some light rain, maybe a little bit of flooding there on a couple of streets. It looks like in the background there. Not too bad, though. West Palm Beach, let's move on to West Palm. You'll still see some raindrops on the camera lens there as the end of some of that really strong thunderstorm activity ends up moving through. You can certainly see off to the east there how dark the clouds are. That's the storm that's moving offshore, or the line of storms that's moving offshore. As we scoot down to Delray, we are looking at still very, hang on, let the camera catch up, still very windy conditions. If I swing this camera around, it takes a couple seconds to do. So if I swing this camera around, we're going to start to see some of those really dark clouds there. And the same thing goes for Boca. Oh, unfortunately, our Boca camera just went down for a second. We'll go back to Delray. But same thing happening in Boca, where it's still not raining really hard, but it's about to. Let's go back to the radar. There it is right there. So as we zoom out, you saw, first I took you up to the Treasure Coast, and you can see I'll put on the radar up to the top of the Treasure Coast. There's still some dark clouds around because we still got a little bit of rainfall. Look at this, little tiny shower here around Mico. Little shower off at Indian River Shore, some rainfall right around Fort Drum, but no longer a severe weather risk there. So that's really, really good news. As we head down south a little bit, we went down next to the Gardens area. And you can see there's, let me zoom into Palm Beach Gardens and to Cuesta and Jupiter. Let me turn on this radar here. We're looking at not a lot of rainfall around, if any. It would be very, very light. We got one little shower around Lake Park and Palm Beach Isles, but that's it. Most of the activity now is right here, right offshore. So that's good news. That's good news for us. We're not seeing anything right in there. Let's move a little farther to the south. Palm Beach starting to clear up, but we saw some raindrops on that West Palm Beach camera. That's what we were seeing right there. That green and light blue, that's light to moderate rainfall right in this area here around Palm Beach Lakes, West Palm Beach, and down to Palm Beach. And then a little farther south in Delray, we looked at that Delray camera. It's really heavy rain, Boynton Beach, briny breezes. I've been there a couple of times for different stories. Gulfstream, Delray Shores. But our camera right on the beach here in Delray, and you'll see right in here, we're not seeing a whole lot of rain just yet. It's still over here to the west, but it's about to move in. So if we check in on that Delray Beach camera in like 5 minutes, 7 minutes from now, it's going to be a much different picture on there with heavy rainfall coming down. And then finally, as we travel down to Boca, which is one of the southernmost parts of our viewing area, we do kind of bleed over into the Deerfield Beach area with our coverage as well. We're looking at still the rainfall about, let's measure it here, still about 5.5 miles from the coast. So it's still, 4 or 5 minutes until it makes it over to the coast there. Then it starts raining
Steph?
really hard, and then it's much better behind there. Chris, go ahead.
Oh, no, Glenn, I was just going to say, we've got our you were
Yeah.
just showing, but look at our 8 box here, and it kind of just paints the picture of what's going on up and down our viewing area, because we have such an expansive viewing area. And as we're seeing improving conditions around Jensen, like you talked about. Delray, we've got a heavy downpour on the way. Jupiter starting to clear out. So all the Treasure Coast communities, we're in the clear. Our Palm Beach communities, especially just north of West Palm Beach, we're in the clear. But as we head down towards Delray, Boca Raton, we're kind of efforting our Skycam. Vanessa's kind of cheating it towards the west just a little bit, because that's where that heavy rain shield you were just talking about, Glenn, is moving in. So you can see as we're moving this live on air for you, just that dark cloud that's coming a little closer towards Lake Boca and towards that area. And Palm Beach Gardens, some clouds, we're good here. PBIA, we're okay. So let's go back to the radar real quick, Vanessa, because what we're doing is we're going to track this last line of strong gusty winds, very heavy rain at times that will continue to move through that corner of southeastern Palm Beach County. And it's just that right now. A couple lightning strikes, gusty winds now kind of plowing through Delray. 95 back out towards Atlantic and Linton, so that area is going to be snarled with traffic. Then as we head down towards Highland Beach area west of you, down towards Boca. So now we're getting to the grand finale, so to speak, as we track this last line of showers and storms. And the good news, Tiffany, from what I've seen, is that this has now become a more linear fashion as far as the line of showers and storms. I'm not seeing too many clusters of the supercells or the cells that stand out by themselves. When we transition to a more linear fashion out of this line of showers and storms, that shows us that the tornado threat has significantly decrease. So that's better news, but we're still tracking some hail and those gusty winds that could be around 50 miles per hour. Tiff?
Yeah, that is definitely news that we like to hear. Chris, thank you. We want to go to some of our other traffic cameras and show you a little bit about what it looks like outside. First, let's go to Forest Hill Boulevard. As Chris was just mentioning, we're seeing the roads are looking a little better, not as much rain outside, and traffic's moving nicely here along Forest Hill and 95. I want to bring in our Taylor Hernandez, who has been driving around Palm Beach County. At one point, she was all the way up towards Martin County. Now you're heading farther south, and that's where Chris just showed on the radar that we're seeing some heavy rain there. Taylor, tell us where you are and what you're seeing.
Yes, if you actually just showed the traffic camera for where we are traveling southbound on I-95. We are passing Forest Hill Boulevard right up here. So we're going to be traveling through Palm Springs here in the next 2 minutes or so. But we were all the way up to St. Lucie County. And then once the threat had moved through there, we moved back down to Martin County until the threat had moved through there. And so we've kind of been going up and down I-95 in Palm Beach County for the past hour and a half or so. We spent the morning out in Palm Beach Gardens surveying the damage from yesterday's EF1 tornado. And then kind of once these storms that we knew were coming started to roll through, we hopped in the car to see what we could find. So, the storms have been moving so quickly, which is the big silver lining, so to speak. So we are headed down south, and now where Chris and Glenn and Vanessa have been tracking that line of storms. So we're headed that way now.
Taylor, you mentioned seeing that damage earlier today. I know that's what you were reporting on early this morning. For our viewers who didn't see your reports from this morning covering the damage from yesterday's tornado, talk a little bit about the damage you saw, because really, you just don't see that very often here in our area, and I think everyone's been a little shocked to see the severity of the damage in the Palm Beach Gardens, North Palm Beach area.
Yeah, Tiffany, really quick before I get to that, we're about a half a mile away from 10th Avenue North in Lake Worth area. come to a complete stop here on I-95. I'm not sure if there's an accident or a hazard, something's going on up ahead, but once we figure that out, we'll definitely let you know. But as for the damage from that tornado last night, even when it was pitch black outside before the sun came up, we could see just how much damage had been done. There were line workers there the entire time we were there, having to chop trees down before they could even get to the lines to put them back up. We saw cars overturned on top of each other in an apartment complex parking lot. We saw dumpsters on top of cars, boats upside down in a neighborhood. It was the same neighborhood where our Jay Jarvis was reporting live last night, where a home had been cut in half by a tree. So much damage out there. We also went over to the Harbor Point Marina, also in the Palm Beach Gardens, North Palm Beach area. We spoke with a security guard there. He was telling us that a boat that was in a lift flipped over and landed on top of another boat, that a car had been picked up from the parking lot and tossed into the water at the marina. One of the finger docks was completely ripped off. Those are made of concrete. Then we also saw a boat cleat that had been ripped clean off of a boat. You know, those are what keeps it tied down to the dock. So a lot of damage at the marina as well. But right now we are about a half a mile north of 10th Avenue North, the Lake Worth exit here in Palm Beach County, traveling southbound toward Delray, Boca, Boynton. But we're at a standstill nearly here on I-95. Not sure what's going on quite yet.
All right, Taylor, we will check our traffic cameras back here to see if we can determine what's causing that delay. Drive carefully. I know that you're in the passenger seat and you have your photographer who's driving there, so stay safe there on the roads. Glenn, I want to toss it back over to you.
All right, let's take a quick look at, I want to show you the radar quickly here, just show you what's happening. Here's the cold front that's moving through. This time of year, when we talk about cold fronts, they're very, very weak typically. But what they can do, and what this particular cold front is going to do for us, is they can bring us some much drier air. We have had about 7 to 8 days now of very consistent moisture and unstable air. Unstable means that it's not going to prevent thunderstorms from happening. Stable air means that things are calm and you don't see storms developing. But unstable means that the atmosphere is churning and churning and churning, and that's why we've seen these thunderstorms developing. So here's a look at the cold front now pushing its way down south through our viewing area. It's already moved through Okeechobee County. It's mostly through St. Lucie County. It's mostly through Martin County. And we're left with some much drier air behind this front. Look up at Orlando. Look at Kissimmee. Look at Palm Bay and Winter Haven. There's hardly anything going on up there at all. It's that drier air. So we're being forced still to see these last bit of thunderstorm line of thunderstorms push through the southern parts of Palm Beach County. And after that, there is a little bit of rainfall back here around Belle Glade, and some of that may move over to the east, but it's really right in here. I'm going to put this into motion for you so you can see the movement here. Really, almost everything clearing the way. Let me zoom in down to Boca and Highland Beach and Delray right in here, and there's a little bit of a weird perspective because it's kind of turned at an angle. So let me straighten it out for you there. So now you can see where we're getting it the most right now, where the most rainfall is coming down, actually a little bit south of Delray, Boca Harbor, Highland Beach, down toward Boca and Deerfield. That's where most of the heavy rainfall is now. The rest of the area clearing out quickly. Let's take a look at a couple of different computer models here. We look at a lot of different data. Whenever we're looking over the weather for the day, for the next few days, for the week, even for the month, we look for a lot of different data to give us some ideas of how things are going to play out. And once we get that data, we apply it to what we know about having lived here for so long and having forecasted weather here for so long. That plays a major role too. You can look at some computer models on your phone or anywhere else and say, well, that's going to happen. But if you don't understand necessarily how all the winds have worked here over the years, how different weather patterns move, you might get a false sense of what's going to happen. So that's why it's so important to watch as much as you can. Really quick, I'm going to toss it back to Tiffany. We've got an accident to report on I-95, but I just want to show you quickly the rain clearing out. Tiffany?
Yeah, well, we just had that video from Taylor. She's on the roads there on 95 heading south. She's in the passenger seat. We have a photographer driving, but they're at a standstill. And what we know is 2 lanes are blocked there because of this. There was some type of accident. I'm not sure how many cars are involved, but we know that the roads have been extremely dangerous this morning with all the rain out there. The skies are clear where she is right now, but the roads are still very slick. 2 cars involved in this accident, I'm being told, and 2 lanes have been blocked as people are slowly getting through that area. But again, this is in the Lake Worth area on 95 heading south. Glenn?
That's a shame right there. That's too bad. You know what may have happened there, and of course we never speculate on accidents, but these storms have been moving so fast that you're driving along, it's pretty clear, and suddenly you have no visibility because of the quickness of these storms there. So hopefully everybody is okay, and I'm very sorry to see that. But here's a quick look at, one more time, I just want to show you this computer model. Here's the rainfall. And here we go over the next hour or so. You see it moving out there. I just want to show you one more computer model with a very similar but a little bit faster clearing. As we move through the next half hour to hour, there it goes, off to the east. And look at this, clearing skies behind it, sunshine later this afternoon, and then overnight tonight, and for most of the week leading up to Sunfest. Chris and Tiffany, looking pretty good, although those temperatures are really going to climb by the end of the week.
Glenn, I'm looking at that future track with you, and I've never wanted to see a clearing line so much in what we've been seeing. I mean, let's kind of recap. Let's talk about the week we've had. We had daily severe thunderstorms every day this week, not just a Monday through Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, big day in the gardens. Sunday, and tomorrow is going to be much different, and we're actually going to be dry for a bit, but we've been on the air. We also want to thank you for sending in your videos and your photos. That helps us out tremendously, because obviously we have a team of reporters and weather folks here, but we don't have them spread out as you are in your neighborhoods and homes. So we do appreciate you sending in those pictures of the videos, of the funnel clouds, of the hail. That helps us out tremendous. So thank you again. That means a lot to us. So let's track this last little bit. It's literally the last little bit, especially through southern Palm Beach County. Here's a look at Boca Harbor, Highland Beach. Let me go up, down US 1 and A1A. So this is around Dixie, just to the south of Atlantic and Delray. So now we're approaching Yamato. So I-95 back out towards Yamato. That area, the rain has lessened. And as you saw out of Taylor's live shot that she was just showing that accident, the skies are starting to clear very rapidly. But it is still raining pretty good, especially around Highland Beach, down Ocean Boulevard. So this is the inlet area right there around Lake Boca Raton. We go into the heart of Boca, Palmetto Park and I-95, and then points out towards US 1. Out there around the restaurants, we're starting to see some very heavy rain, but the good news is it's going to be out of your hair within the next 10 minutes. I mean, these showers are booking it. They're moving at 45 to 50 miles per hour. So we track that all the way down into Broward County. In fact, Broward County, northern Broward County, around Coral Springs and Deerfield is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So heads up around that area, because I know we do have a lot of folks that kind of transition from Palm Beach to Broward right along the Boca and the Palm Beach County, Broward County line. But you can see most of the heavier downpours now down to the south in Broward County. This last leading edge right here is what we're tracking. Let's go in towards Boca and go street level, Vanessa. As we go down, here's Ocean. Here's Northeast 5th Avenue. Here's Dixie Highway. So very, very good improving conditions, especially through this portion of southeastern Palm Beach County. And as we take a look at our radar and we ID and we kind of analyze this storm, that's the powerful thing with our radar. We can analyze this storm with the technology that we have, and you can see that the hail has dropped down to 20%, so that's not really a concern. Hail size, very, very little, and these showers and storms really not popping any severe weather qualities as we look forward to them. But this is the initial edge that we're watching. We've got a last little line, but this is light showers. Again, we can deal with this, but that's not going to be severe at all. So as we are kind of wrapping up this event, we're still tracking these little showers down towards Boca Raton, but we're going to be with you until the threat and the threat for damaging winds, anything that could impact you is apparent. And then so we'll continue to track that. Again, Glenn, that last little bit down towards Boca Raton is all that we're tracking, and that should happen within the next 10 to 15 minutes and quickly move out of the picture.
If you've been watching the tornado watch that was issued for us for our entire viewing area, most of that has been allowed to expire. When you look at the radar here, it's the areas in yellow that are still under a tornado watch. So all the counties along the Treasure Coast, from Indian River down to St. Lucie and Martin County and over in Okeechobee County, are no longer under a tornado watch because the threat has expired there. It's moved to the south. So I think I'm just watching the weather chat, which is what we watch from the National Weather Service offices as they talk, and also looking for the Storm Prediction Center to put something out because that's who issues the watches there. But we're waiting to see them expire or cancel the tornado watch for Palm Beach County. They ended up extending it until 2 p.m. Earlier today. There it is right there, tornado watch Palm Beach County until 2 p.m. But at this point in time, as that main line of storms moves off the coast, yes, there's still a little line of some heavier rainfall back by Belle Glade there, but that's kind of headed down to the south as well. I don't see that. I'm not going to, put all my eggs in one basket or count my chickens before they hatch, but I don't see really much of a threat left for today for any kind of tornadic activity. Most of the severe weather is now offshore in our viewing area. So we're gonna watch this space to see when they cancel the tornado watch for our viewing area. And after that, it's Sunday, the end of the week, the end of the weekend and the beginning of a new week. But we certainly have, as we've been talking about, had a rough week and looking forward to things calming down quite a bit. Some big activities going on this week, of course, including Sunfest, which begins on Friday night this coming week. And we've got a lot of great bands coming into town, a lot of people coming in to really help celebrate that. And so far the weather's looking really nice, although a little bit on the sweaty side, but really nice as we head through this Sunfest week. But we do appreciate everybody chiming in this morning. All of the viewer interaction that we've gotten doesn't just help us tell the story on the air, but it also helps the officials, National Weather Service, surveyors, people who come out and look at tornadic activity. They sometimes can tell what has happened in an area before they actually arrive on the scene based on viewers' pictures. We send them pictures all the time of flooding. Sometimes we send them a flooding picture and they issue a flood advisory. Sometimes we send them pictures of damage and they can estimate what kind of tornado it was, at least a preliminary sort of estimate of what kind of tornado it was, just based on the pictures that some of our viewers have sent us. So we never want you to be in danger. Always wait till the danger has passed. But if you're able to send us some pictures and we can forward them to the people that make the big decisions and make the determinations as to what actually happened in the area during a storm event, it's really, really helpful for us to be able to relay that information, because then we can relay it back to you. We can get those estimates, we can get those evaluations from the National Weather Service guys and gals, and they can send it back to us and give us some really good information. So the last line down here, Chris pointed it out, it's in Boca, Highland Beach, Blue Inlet there, Royal Oak Hills, just this little tiny sliver of the heavy rainfall. And we'll watch this area back here toward Belle Glade, but it's not showing too much promise as far as severe weather is concerned, although it does have a couple little pockets of heavy rainfall there. But we're looking so much better than when we started this morning. Vanessa and I here early this morning watching this line start on the west coast of Florida and work its way across. It was all over here, and the very first part of the line that came on shore this morning around Port Charlotte immediately had a severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning as it moved on shore. And Vanessa and I said, well, this is going to be a pretty active morning here as this cold front moves through. Chris?
All right, Glenn, I do want to bring back you and Tiffany because as we kind of we're at the tail end of this event.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks have been like, what is the deal with what we've seen all week? You know, we've all been here for a pretty decent amount of time. And as we talk about what happened yesterday, especially at the Gardens, Tiff, you've been here all your life. When's the last time you saw something of that magnitude blow through this area?
Never, especially in the North Palm Beach Gardens area. Of course, we saw what happened down in Delray, during Hurricane Ian. But on just a normal day, of course, you all prepared us. You were telling us later in the week to expect this type of impact, severe weather into the weekend, and sure enough, that's what we saw. But I have never seen the type of damage that we saw in the Gardens, North Palm Beach area yesterday in my time living here. And I was born and raised in West Palm Beach at Good Samaritan Hospital. So it has been it's been a crazy week of weather, but again, nothing that you all didn't prepare us for. And so I just want to say to both of you and an entire team of Mets, thank you for keeping us so prepared and keeping our viewers safe, because that is the role, that is what you do, and you do it so well. And we were prepared. We knew throughout the weekend that we should expect this type of severe weather moving through our area.
And I agree. Like yesterday, Tiff and Glenn, it's, I grew up in Texas, and Glenn's been out in Texas. We worked in the same, TV station at a time. And Tiff, you were in Texas. So we're no stranger to kind of tornadoes and severe thunderstorms. Yeah. But I do have to say, covering it on the air yesterday when we were the first to alert you of the danger before the warning was issued in Palm Beach Gardens, and we're watching that signature very closely. And then you track that in the studio, and then since it was so close to the station, went out there myself to survey the damage, Tiffany and Glenn. I literally was doing a Facebook Live, and I had to pause because I'm thinking to myself, how did this car get from point A to point B? Literally, cars from a parking lot were displaced to grassy surfaces. We had video of cars being flipped over on the road and through Palm Beach Gardens, and it's just amazing. And then you see everyone kind of walking around like zombies, like what just happened here? Yeah. And you feel for them because, we were here warning you first, and to actually see it transpire and play out and the damage that it was done, again, I'm with you, Tiffany and Glenn. I have never seen this much damage. And as far as this severe weather event, it's been all week long. I have not seen this, and that damage is no joke.
Yeah, Chris, we want to go to some video actually from yesterday. This is from North Palm Beach. This is one of the pieces of video. And again, thank you to everyone who has sent this in. This is security camera video of what appears to be that tornado moving right through that area over the water. That would be the Intracoastal Waterway in North Palm Beach. And, you just see here the gravity of these types of storms when they move in.
I think we went out last night after everything had calmed down. We actually went to see Gwen Stefani over at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches last night. And people were walking up to me nonstop while we were there saying, I've lived here my whole life. I've never seen a whole week of severe weather like this in April. And I think one of the things that stood out to me the most, and it's been one of the things, Chris, that I've talked to you about, and Sandra and Vanessa and Brooke, is that it's not only been the degree of the severe weather that we've seen this week, but it's also been the speed the past few days of the storms and the direction they're moving. It's not, when we were in Texas, Chris, we'd see tornadic activity, but sometimes a lot of slow-moving thunderstorms, and you get these extended tornado warnings that were quite long.
And also you could see them better in Texas.
You could see them.
You could actually see them coming because it's a little more flatter. And that's one of the challenges, Glenn, we have here in Florida is they're usually rain wrapped. So they're very hard to pick out on the radar.
In this case, with these storms moving 40, 45, 50 miles an hour over to the east and tornadoes developing within those storms, the tornado warnings have been short. And we have been fortunate enough to be able to see them as soon as they pop up on the radar and warn people as quickly as possible when we see them. But there hasn't been a lot of time to prepare. And the way they're moving and at forward speed and the tornadic spin at the same time, I think that was really surprising to a lot of people down here. Yeah.
Hey, Glenn and Tiffany, some good news. We're hearing from the Weather Service that the tornado watch has been canceled.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
That is great news. Look, as we continue just to sit here and wrap up this whole event, it almost feels like we went on a roller coaster ride with you all week long. Honestly, this is why we do what we do. Our job is to make sure that you're safe, that you're notified in advance of any kind of dangerous weather moving forward, and that's why we're here morning, day, night, whatever we need to do to keep you safe, because this week was a testament of what can happen and what kind of environment we're now seeing. So we're kind of, it's one of those things. We're seeing more extreme weather. We're seeing more dangerous tornadoes coming through. So just wanted to let you know, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything, your videos, your pictures, because honestly, guys, it literally, look at this drone. So I was out and yesterday just kind of talking around to residents in through that area of Palm Beach Gardens, and ran into an old friend, Tom Bishop, and caught up quickly, but he was like, God, I just got off my drone, and I've got this drone video around North Palm and Palm Beach Gardens. So that's what you're looking at right now, and it's just amazing to see. But like I said, guys, it's almost like we went on a journey together this whole week, right? Daily afternoon showers and storms that were severe. And now that we're coming to the finale of it, it's like, wow, we can finally have some time to breathe. But again, I just want to thank everyone, Glenn and Tiffany. Our viewers are so amazing. The videos, the pictures, all the information that we got sent in help us tell the story wherever you live. So very, very grateful for that.
And we continue to get more photos and videos in this morning, and we're going to be sure to have all of that in our newscast later today. And you know, talking about our viewers and thinking about the people whose homes were destroyed yesterday. I mean, Jade Jarvis last night did some incredible reporting, talking with the people who along Melody Lane, which is Ellison Wilson PGA Boulevard. They just had a tree tore one home in half, roofs torn off. And so, of course, our reporting and our coverage of what happened in the Gardens area in North Palm Beach will continue for several days as we try to help those folks who were hit the hardest, try to help them get back on their feet. We know the Red Cross is helping some of the families. We're, of course, very grateful for what the Red Cross does when things like this happen, but we'll have updates on how those folks are doing, because when you saw what happened, and you talked about it, Chris and Glenn, just the look of shock on people's faces when you were out and about last night, right after that storm moved through, because it just doesn't happen every day in that area. And when you're not accustomed to it, when you're not living in Tornado Alley, you know, it takes you by surprise and can really just really put you into a state of shock.
And Tiffany and Glenn, when I got on the scene yesterday, ran into a couple of girls that were on their phone with some friends that were frantically crying, and you know, they were talking about, I may need to stay with you tonight, because literally that apartment complex that had that sustained damage, the gate to the parking garage was mangled, so you couldn't get cars in or out of the parking garage. And it's just such an emotional journey to see that this was such a traumatic experience that happened like that. You know, this tornado was on the ground probably about 5 minutes yesterday, between 5:15 and about 5:20. But just, it was just incredible. This is, I can say this, very unprecedented severe weather that we had all week long. And we continue to track it for you. And we are glad that you stuck with us through our coverage. And we appreciate everything that you've done for us.